Excellent. So thank you all for coming. We want to welcome you to the 2024 Annual Juried Student Art Exhibition. Thank you all for attending this evening's event. My name's Tom Matthews. I'm the chair of the Art Gallery Committee here in the Art Department. And we have a committee that works with all the exhibitions that we have here. I'll be thanking some of those folks in just a minute. I have a few announcements to make before we get going with the awards. I know that's what everybody's excited about. But first, I want to let you know this is not the only art gallery we have at STC. We have art galleries on all of our campuses. We have the library art gallery here on campus as well, so our main library has a gallery space there, so we encourage you to attend events when you can for all of those. So if you come in, we encourage everybody to sign the registry. There's a registry right at the door as you come in. Each time you visit, we encourage you to sign in. If you'd like more information about the events that we have here in the exhibitions, please put an email address. We promise not to spam you. We'll just send you information as events come up, not just about our gallery, but also the library art galleries and what's going on with those as well. So we appreciate that. If you're wearing a hat, I don't see too many people with hats on, but if you're wearing a hat, just be mindful of the bill. We all like to get close to the artwork and see as much as we can, you know, without touching, no touching. But just be mindful of where the bill is on your hat so you don't bump into the artwork. If you're wearing a backpack, we encourage you to put it in the front. It's pretty crowded in here this evening, so you'll be navigating around other people. You need to be mindful and aware of whatever you're carrying with you, not to bump into the artwork, especially the three-dimensional work that's out here on the pedestals. Some of these pieces are very fragile, so we don't want to knock those over, okay? So I wanted to thank all the students who participated. We had over 180 entries this year, so I think that's a record. That's a lot, 180 artworks that we had entered this year, and only 107 made it into the exhibition. So we have 107 pieces. That's what you're viewing this evening. I wanted to thank a few people. I've got a little list of folks to thank. First is the Art Gallery Committee. We've got Ed Garcia here, Scott Nickel here, Crystal Leonard there, and Layla Hernandez. I'm not sure if she's here, but there she is right there. So, but all the Art Gallery Committee folks, they help us all year long with all the exhibitions, and without them, things wouldn't work as smoothly as they do. We have Genesis Ramirez. Is Genesis here? Yes, she's right back there, and she is our art gallery assistant. She does 90% of the work. The rest of us just look good, so that just works well for us. But she does a lot of the work. Angela Orta is the art department secretary. She does a lot of things behind the scenes that nobody sees, but helps keep things running smoothly. And then we also have Angelica Ramos, and she is, Ms. Ramos is our student assistant, and she helps a lot with hanging the exhibition, putting the signage up. She's right back there as well, next to Genesis, so thank you, Angelica. A couple extra thank yous. One is to Carlos Limas, and he's standing here with the camera, and Luis Corpus, he's here with the hat, so be careful. We've got a hat on. Watch what you do there, Luis. Anyway, a couple thank yous for them. They helped out with the gallery committee to hang the exhibition, install it, do the lighting, the labels, all those things. It's a lot of work, but it went real smooth because we had all that extra help, so we appreciate that. A few other thank yous. I wanted to thank our department chair, Jason Rodriguez, who is standing right here, our dean, Dr. Christopher Nelson, who is standing right here, and the president of South Texas College, Dr. Ricardo Solis. We thank you for being here. Yes, thank you. Okay. So our juror this year was Marcelo Ramirez. Mr. Ramirez, he's standing right here. Yes. Yeah. Mr. Ramirez had quite a task. Like I said, over 180 pieces that he had to review. And of course, they weren't hanging up on the wall nice and neat. They're laying on the floor, you know, and he's just having to walk around and check them out and decide what's in and what's out. But he did a great job, and we appreciate your patience and commitment to the selection that you created this year and the curation. So with that said, it's my pleasure to introduce Marcelo Ramirez. He's going to say a few words about how he went about curating the exhibition. So if you'll come over here in front of the camera, thank you.
Well, first and foremost, thank y'all so much for inviting me to undertake this task. It's really an honor and a privilege to be here and to be able to help the community like this. And first and foremost, you know, thank you so much for making all this incredible artwork. And I guess to the point that my colleague here made, yes, everything was on the floor, no labels like you see like this, which is honestly such a unique perspective to go look at an art gallery for me, because at the museum, you know, we know everything that's coming into the collection. We know what's gonna be labeled, what's gonna go where. So we have all these things in our head that contextualizes everything, and seldom do I get the opportunity to just enjoy like a piece of art for what it is, and it's just art and evoking that emotion in me. So really, the way that I went of my process, I really just went with the pieces that really like they pulled me in, and they made me just kind of think about myself, think about of course, think about kind of life in and of itself, think about the art piece, and just really what really made me kind of feel emotions. Because I think really that's the essence of art. That's the purpose of art. We should make the viewer feel something, be it, you know, happiness, sadness, anger, any sort of emotion, because art evokes an emotional response within the viewer, and that is something that y'all have accomplished here very well. So I'd like to, you know, extend a round of applause to you and to your professors. It's really incredible to be here, and I just want to thank y'all again so much for inviting me to be able to be a part of this experience and this exhibition. So thank y'all so much.
Thank you, Mr. Ramirez. So now it's time for the awards. Yay! That's what everybody's been waiting for. Okay, so just before we begin, I just want to let you know a little bit about how the awards work. We have quite a few awards this year. We have the Best of Show, we have first place, second place, third place, we have a People's Choice Award, we have 4 honorable mentions, we have the Dean's Award, which is a special award the Dean provides, and then we have a new special award, and Luis Corpus will be talking about that in just a few minutes. And I want to let you know that each award winner gets a certificate, they get some art supplies, and then the ones who are a little higher up on the list get some money. Woo, that's what everybody wants is money, right? So anyway, and the way we arrive at the money is we have an entry fee. It's $3 per artwork, so less than a hamburger. $3 per artwork, and the students pay that in order to have their pieces considered for the exhibition. So all that money is pooled, and you can do the math. 180 plus artworks times 3. So we take that money, and that's divided amongst the top winners. So they get cash. Those of you students who may win an award that has a check that goes along with it, if you will hang around for a little while, Genesis Ramirez, the gallery assistant, we need to have you sign a little paperwork before we hand you that check. So stick around for that, all right? And then we also have art supplies to go. So I'm just going to show you a couple of the art supplies. And this is just to entice the students who are here that maybe didn't enter to enter next year, right? Ooh, get some art supplies. Okay, so I'm just going to pull a few of these out. Of course, if I can dig down in here. So you can't be an artist without drawing pencils, right? You got to draw, right? So you got to draw. What does drawing lead to? Well, black and white drawing leads to color. Oh, we need color pencils, so you got to have color pencils, right? Then you get tired of drawing with pencil and you get tired of colors, so you go to painting. So we got some painting supplies. We got some paint, right? What happens if you have paint? You have to have brushes unless you like to finger paint. So we use brushes, right? Typically, we have to have something to mix the paint on, so we have mixing paper for the paint, right? And then, what else do we have in here? Oh, and then if you get tired of working with art, but you still want to be creative and use your brain a little bit, we have a little art puzzle to keep you going, okay? All right, plus you get the nice portfolio case to carry around your beautiful works of art, okay? So those are some of the prizes that they get along with the money. And so now I'm going to turn it over to Jason Rodriguez, the chair of our department, and he will announce the winners. Thank you.
Sure. All right. So, again, it's been great to see all this great work that all these students have put out there. Y'all are incredibly talented. I am so impressed with all of the work that you put in there, all of your emotion, your intention. All of that is so important. Please, please, please continue to do what you're doing and continue to create, okay? So we're gonna first now start with our first award, which is the Dean's Award. And so the Dean's Award, do you want to say anything first?
Just that I love this day, and I love this exhibit probably more than any other day at the college. And my criteria for picking a favorite, subjective as anybody's is, I'm not an expert. look for work that speaks to me. I look to try and infer technique, discipline, and creativity. And the third criteria, which is always the tiebreaker, is it something I'd want to hang on to in my home or in my office? So that's what I come armed with. I narrowed it down to 6 before I had to spend another couple hours in here.
So our award goes to Aileen Lizette Aguilar for Serenity. Is Aileen here?
She might already be back in Rio Grande City.
Ah.
Well, he rides the bus.
Well, felicidades, Aileen. All right.
Serenity.
I think it's the wall piece, right?
Yep.
And then the next award. So this is the new award that we're announcing today. And I'm going to actually give the floor to Luis Corpus to let y'all know what that award is. You want to join them? You want to sit? You want to stand by them? No, it's all good. Yes, this is the Memorial Award.
Where were you suggesting?
That's right.
I just hold it. I'll pass it off right now. I do have the bittersweet honor of introducing the award for Amy Espinas. We've set up an Amy Espinas Memorial Scholarship Award. This is the first year we're going to do so. Amy was an incredible student of mine. I know she was in Scott's class, she's in a couple of our classes. She was a work study for at least a year. She was a phenomenal student, and we're getting together today to honor our students, your hard work, your dedication. And I think this is it's important that we do, that we pause and we acknowledge how important you are. Before we present the award and talk a little bit more about Amy, I would like to give a few thank yous, which I think it's important that we do. Acknowledge the people that made it possible. It was Jason, our chair. It was his idea to take the route through the scholarship route. Also, Mike from Creative Grounds, as well as Chris from Creative Grounds. It's a coffee house there on 10th Street near Pecan. They held a fundraiser for Amy. And with those monies received, we have her brother JV, who decided, you know what, I want these funds to go back to the students that are doing the thing that Amy loved to do. And with the connection with Jason, he reached out to the president's office, Dr. Solis. I do have to thank you, and Dr. Ronnie Rodriguez with the scholarship office. And they decided, you know what, this is an important thing that we do this in her memory and in her honor. And they decided to match the monies donated to give it back to the students. So this is going to allow us to have this award be part of the student exhibition annually. And I can't think of a better way to honor somebody like Amy, who in 2022 was a first place recipient of the award. She was so invested in the arts, and well, yeah. Mike, JV.
If it's okay, I prepared a few words. If anything, I'll make it quick. But yeah, if you don't know my sister, she had a couple of pieces hanging over there. She has some pieces hanging in the studio as well. Her face is actually plastered on the CLE, as narcissistic as she was sometimes. But no, that's just that's who she was. She was an artist at heart. So first off, I want to say thank you to Michael, to Luis, and to the STC staff as well. Thank you so much for doing this for my little sister. It's going to be a great way to continue her legacy, and I can't think of anything better than to helping another future art student, especially here at STC. Me, my sisters, Amy, we all roam these halls. We are all part of this campus and part of this college as well. So I know it would be important for her as well. In her life, I know she wanted nothing more than to help and inspire others, whether it was through her art or through her music, or whether it was just one of those late night random conversations you have after a party. She loved to talk to whoever she was talking to and try to help them fix whatever dilemma they were going, whatever problem they were dealing with. And she wanted to mend every broken heart that ever felt lonely or betrayed. She wanted to bring out the best in a person whenever they themselves felt at their lowest. Out of all her talents, of her singing, her dancing, her performing, her artwork, I think that was her greatest gift, to be able to absorb someone's pain and trauma and reflect back something that was warmer, something that was lighter than it was originally perceived to be. And I think this scholarship is an incredible way to extend that commitment to helping others. Amy would be thrilled to know that at some level she's still an active part of this growing art community here in McAllen. And especially now when art is being outsourced to AI and music is so finely auto-tuned and inspiration seems really hard to find nowadays, I think she'd want us to remember that being there for one another, that can be its own form of art. It can be something life-changing and awe-inspiring and altogether hauntingly beautiful when you look back at those moments, all the little masterpieces that you've created with different people. So I think that's definitely the kind of art I think Amy would want to leave behind. So once again, I just want to thank everyone and thank you, STC, for honoring my little sister's legacy. I really can't thank you guys enough. So thank you.
So I had actually prepared a bunch of stuff to really say, but Jave kind of took all the words out of my mouth. But I guess in all of this, I keep replaying this one conversation I had with Amy in October where I asked her what her aesthetic was. And she was like, "What do you even mean, dude?" And it made me, as I was writing this, I started reflecting back on this, that I kind of get caught up on what art's supposed to mean so much that I kind of forget its practical purposes. In a lot of ways, you know, just the process of making art itself is very therapeutic. You know, I'm in the clinical rehab counseling program at UTRGV. I actually started with Dr. Nelson here. I was one of his philosophy students about 10 years ago. You know, one of the first things that they teach us is that, you know, just the importance that creativity plays in the process of self-actualization. And, you know, at the top of that hierarchy of needs is self-actualization, but at the bottom is meeting all of these really physical needs and that we have. So we just hope that this money that we're presenting today can help meet some of those needs so that, you know, these people can go forth in their process of becoming artists or just, you know, creating. And with that, I think we've selected the winner. We'd like to award it. So is Jahir still here? Jahir?
Jahir A. Lozano,
Yeah.
come on up, sir.
And so I think I can speak for Jave. Like, as soon as we walked in, we actually really saw your piece and we were just drawn to it, the fact that you used yourself. You know, I know that you, when I was asking you, you said it was just unintentional. The paint was you having fun, but I really feel like it actually speaks to using yourself and the art kind of coming through you. And so, you know, keep doing you, man, and thank you for sharing that with us. You know? Thank you.
Congratulations. Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you, sir. Yes.
Oh, sorry.
All right. Y'all ready for the next one? So now we're going to do honorable mentions, okay? So we're going to call all of them, and then y'all can all come up, okay? First one, Jahir A. Lozano for Quetzalcoatl. Josue A. Martinez for Red Warrior. Is Josue here? No? Okay. Marcelo Ramirez for Forest Stream. Congratulations. And one more, Paris Gonzalez for Andrés de Mi Corazón. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Is Jair here? Come on. Give everyone a hand. Congratulations. All right, next award. Oh, they're little private.
Each one gets this. You're welcome. Here's right here. Whoops, don't break them.
All right, one more hand. All right, okay, yeah, okay. All right, next one. Next award, People's Choice Award. Okay, so this is the one where y'all all got a moment to like vote, and so you got on that QR code, you scanned, you said this is who I think is people like deserves an award. People's Choice Award goes to Dana Salazar B for Bewitchy. Felicidades. Yeah. Let's take a picture real quick. All right, congratulations. Here we go. Next one. For third place in the exhibition, Liana Feliz Mares Trinidad for Escultura. All right. Is Liana here? Okay. Holding from second place, Irma Rios for a study of Cerberans Angus Dei. Irma? No? All right, here we go. For first place, Jair A. Lozano for paint. Here we go. One more picture again. Felicidades. And best of show, Nanette Palomo for Welcome to America diptych. Hi. Awesome. Felicidades. There you go. Congratulations. There you go.
Congratulations.
And that is it.
Those are all the prizes and awards for the exhibition. I do want to thank all of you for coming. Those who won Best of Show, first, second, and third place, please stick around, talk to Genesis Ramirez, and sign the paperwork so you can get your check. We appreciate everyone for coming. We will be putting up the labels next to the artwork that won here in just a couple minutes. So if you want to wait around and wander around to see which artworks won, we're happy to do that. I also wanted to say something I forgot to mention, I failed to mention before we gave out the awards, is that our juror did not know who was who, right? Unless the student signed their artwork on the front, he had no clue as to whose artwork was whose. So if one or more people win, multiple prizes, it's, there's nothing behind that. He's picking the work that he enjoys, okay? So wonderful. Thank you all so much for coming. Have a nice evening.